Hi guys, how are you?
Hey,
Hello.
Rachel. Well, how are you?
Hello.
How you doing?
Hello. So to start, I'm want to ask the boys first. It makes me feel ancient to know that neither of you were even alive during the 90s at any given point,
So sorry.
but thank you so much. But what for you guys was the most surprising thing you had to learn about like the 90s or 1999 as a whole to really understand what these two boys were going through?
Honestly, the word areola.
What?
It's always just been nipple to me, or like a breast pepperoni. So I think areola was a new word that I learnt.
It's been around for a while, and it's still around today. It doesn't,
Hey, I'm
didn't
sorry that
go
I didn't.
away or anything.
Hey, I'm sorry I didn't know what an areola was before you,
It's a
dude.
you
I'm
thing,
sorry.
man. It's a you thing.
I don't know. Yeah, there was a lot of references that I didn't get. Did you have any, Jaeden?
Yeah. I'm trying to think. Tipper Gore is the only thing I didn't understand really. I know who Al Gore is. You remembered Urban Lessons for? Did I ever come to you with a question like what is that?
I remember Abercrombie. Do you remember? I feel like.
Oh yeah, that scene in the DVDs.
Oh, okay.
And Abercrombie's
that
still
was,
around.
yeah. But I remember. I feel like maybe getting that word out was difficult for you. So I thought that maybe you just didn't know
I
it.
feel like you're throwing me on the bus here now, and you're just making stuff up, and I shouldn't have gone to you.
Okay. Well, I actually have access to all of the footage.
Bring out the proof that Abercrombie was a point of contention.
I believe. Hey, listen, I'm not trying to come after you. Okay.
Maybe-
I'm just saying you
maybe.
struggle a little bit to say the word Abercrombie. You might have known what it was.
Like a baby or something? I know how to say words.
I'm saying Abercrombie. Abercrombie.
Well, I love that. I also love that I came to the New York premiere of this movie and I went to the store before I went to I was like, oh, I want a 90s outfit. And I hated and loved that I walked into any given store and everything was 90s again. I was like, cool, I guess we're back. But when you're making a movie that is a period piece, but also feels very relevant for today, what was the most important thing for all of you guys to make sure it popped outside of just the comedy aspect of this movie?
To make sure. I'm sorry. What popped exactly?
Yeah, just what thing were you most I want this to be what people kind of walk away and remember and pop outside of just the one-liners and the comedy.
Oh yeah. I mean, for speaking for myself, I wrote this with my friend Evan, and I think we were just generally so excited to bring this era to the screen because I don't know that you get to see it a ton, but also we wanted it to feel like a movie you saw in that era. So I love, and there were so many great teen films of that time, like Your She's All That, Your Can't Hardly Wait, 10 Things I Hate About You. So we really wanted to capture that period and then have these left turns where you as an audience member are like, oh my God, I didn't see that coming. So that was probably generally the thing that was I was hoping to pop, but maybe that's a super generic answer, and if so, I gotta say I apologize.
No, you nailed it because I love that. But I do want to ask Jaeden and Julian because I do think it's so funny that they have action figures of that 70s show that they make for each other. But if you guys had to pick a show from your upbringing that you were like, yeah, I would make action figures with my friends, what show would you choose?
From I can't get cable television out of my head now, so I'm thinking King of Queens. I loved King of Queens. I love Seinfeld too, and Curb.
Yeah, like Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. I watched that a lot with my friend. Probably something like that. Yeah.
I now want action figures of both King of Queens and Prince of Bel-Air just to
Yeah.
Just
What would be your show?
Mine? Oh, it would at Parks and Rec probably. And that's not even growing
Oh,
up. That's
yeah.
just my favorite show. So I would just have Parks and Rec action figures because
Oh,
it's
yeah. It's always Sunny too. I was like
Yeah,
a
that'd be
modern
great.
day one. Yeah.
a Dennis one would be great. But thank you guys for talking with me. I love this movie. It made me feel old in the best of ways. So I can't wait for everyone else to get to see Y2K.
Thank you so much. That means
Thank
a
you
lot.
so much.
Yeah.
Thank you,
Thank you.
guys.
Cheers.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.